Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We have another really good match for you guys tonight, and finally a change of pace. No more dragon on the channel right now. But we have Jose on Swordcraft instead of his normal Havencraft deck, and Alex piloting Runecraft, which is actually one of his favorite crafts in the game. So you see Jose went first, summoned a swordsman. Alex went second. And passed. Jose was able to get a free swing in with the swordsman, plays a bell ringer, and likely ends up passing from there. Sword definitely likes to go second. I mean, those Evo points do help a lot. Alex unfortunately draws that insight a turn too late. I'm sure he would have liked to have that last turn, but he plays a Craig. Craig, I think, says you can, like a fanfare, draw a card, discard a card. And that's what that does there. So he draws a card, discards sorcery cache. He's going to use an Evo point to evolve the Craig to draw another card and then discard another. So it's just a really good way to put more spells in your graveyard. So it looks like he has an Insight, a Merlin, sorcery cache, D-Shift, the Flame Dog, and the Wings of something. I don't know. That 5-cost spell that does 4 damage to everything. So he uses Craig and then crashes into the swordsman to prevent himself from taking more damage. So Jose draws into a royal banner. The reason why he's playing this is because he likes to. I mean, usually your opponent will spend their efforts to get rid of a Leonidas. Leonidas resolve, sorry, so they usually have to ignore the banner, or will choose to not ignore the banner, then you keep your resolve. But unfortunately Jose opts to pass on his turn 3. I understand, because if you play your Floral Fencer and you're playing against what you now can see is a spell boost deck, you can probably assume, oh, he's just going to get rid of it, and then he fueled his graveyard by 1 more, and now I just lost my Floral Fencer, my board control. So I understand that. So now he plays banner. Okay, he's gonna opt to get out the banner now while it's free. Well, not free, but while there's no pressure on the board. So Alex then goes in the end phase to look at the top 4 cards of his deck, add a spell, and discard a spell. He actually ended up drawing another Merlin last turn. So he adds another D-Shift, pitches Trail of Light. It's not discarded though, so he won't draw. And now he draws for turn. Looks like he draws, I'm not sure what that is, but it looks like it might be a Dance of Death. We'll see shortly enough. So he ends up playing the Merlin. Let's see what he adds. He should be on 4 play points, so he should be able to evolve the Merlin here. So he adds an Execution. Yeah, so you see he's preparing either to address the banner. Oh my gosh, you look at him just fumbling and cheating. I'm just kidding, but you see he's adding the Execution here because he's probably trying to either prepare to deal with the Leonidas' resolve, or he's going to want to deal with the Royal Banner right now. Unfortunately, after Jose already drops the Floral Fencer, everything's going to get buffed. So here he goes, evolving the Merlin, using his last play point and 1 Evo point, likely copying Sorcery Cache. Yeah, okay. So he copies Sorcery Cache, adds a Fate's Hand, and does he discard, or does he pitch anything from the deck? He does not. So maybe it was all monsters or spell cards that he just didn't want to get rid of. Who knows? Now he has a full hand and he needs to discard something. I think looks like he has 7. Oh, that's a Rime Wind, I think. Yeah, okay, it's a Rime Wind. Okay, fair enough. Jose draws into Alexander. Now he's going to start playing the Floral Fencer, which is now on an evolution of 5/5, so he gets a 3/3 Steelclad Knight and a 2/2 Knight. All right, I think that's a pretty strong board. I mean, like, I know people don't really like to play banner anymore, but I mean, it's still good. I mean, that's a lot of pressure that if you don't address that, I mean, you're gonna get beat down a lot. I mean, Alex is now suddenly staring down 10 damage. Jose forgets that he just played the Floral Fencer. It's okay, guys. And then he's gonna engage the Bell Ringer and pass, so he doesn't take 4 directly. And Alex draws into an insight. Okay. All right, so Alex draws into 5 play points. There's a lot to work with here. I mean, he could deal 4 damage to the board right now and clear everything except the Floral Fencer. So it means he's gonna take 5, but I don't know. I mean, 5's a lot. And you can't really use the execution because, I mean, then you're getting, I mean, yeah, you can get rid of the Floral Fencer, but basically what I'm saying is I don't know that he's getting rid of the Floral Fencer unless he like copies. Oh, that I don't know if that's Rhyme Wind actually. That might actually be Witch Bolt. Yeah, that's a Witch Bolt. I'm pretty sure. I think. I'm not sure. Quality's not the greatest on my end right now, but okay. So he does add another board wipe. And so he's thinking next about what he's going to do. I'm sure he might evolve the Merlin here. He's going to use an Evo point and 1 more point. So now he's at 1 play point left after this. Okay, so he's going to... Yeah, okay, so that's a Witch Bolt. So he copies the Witch Bolt, does 5 damage to the Floral Fencer. So that'll knock it out, and then Alex should draw a card as well, if he hasn't already. Okay, and then he's going to... He's considering attacking into the Bell Ringer. He's going to Insight first. Draws into a Surefire Bullet. He's got a lot of cards in his hand. Goodness. He's got 9 cards. At the end of phase, he's going to have to pitch 2. It looks like he's considering not attacking with the Merlin. Yeah, he does not attack with the Merlin. I think maybe he likes the board being clogged up a little bit, so where he can only play 1 follower. I mean, unfortunately for him, I mean, cards like Alexander exist, you know. So Alexander would be a 7/10. It could knock out both and then still live. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, it looks like he's thinking about doing just that. I mean, I don't blame you. That's a big boy right there. 7/10 will be able to knock both of them out, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So now Alexander is at a 7/2, and he is reserved. And Alex will take 5 to the dome. And Jose still has a Bell Ringer up. I mean, the Bell Ringer becomes a little bit... I mean, I don't want to say it's irrelevant, because Alex clearly could have attacked it there. But, yeah, I mean, in this matchup, it's a little weird. I mean, I guess you're not ever going to be attacking into that thing unless it's with the Merlin or, I mean, I guess maybe Craig or when you're going for game. But yeah, I mean, eventually you have to deal with it because, or you might have to deal with it if you're going for the D shift, you know, go for game. But anyway, Alex draws return, draws into the 3rd Merlin. I think now is when he's going to do, yeah, he's going to definitely deal 4 damage to the board for sure. All right, yeah. There's the board. And the Bell Ringer does get removed. Yeah, it gets a little bit stressful, I guess, whenever your board gets clogged with sword and you can't finish them because then you might not have any plays. But that problem is no longer there. Jose draws into another Floral Fencer is nice, and then he draws. Okay, well, no, now that's too many Floral Fencers. He's got this 3rd one. Okay, so Jose is going to be at 7 play points. He's going to first play the Gem Staff Commander, so he'll have 4 play points left, which is plenty to evolve the Floral Fencer if he chooses to go that route. But let's see what he adds. Yeah, okay, so he adds Leonidas. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's I'm not sure how that works out in the matchup, you know, like I mean, I can imagine Leonidas just getting, like, you know, kind of manhandled by cards like Rhyme Wind, but, you know, I also look at Alex's hand there, and it's like, ooh, I mean, this doesn't necessarily deal with it that great. I mean, you can deal with it, absolutely, but it's going to cost a lot of play points. So, okay, so Jose goes and puts Floral Fencer up there again, and, I mean, I could see Alex just playing another board wipe, dealing 4 damage to everything. Yeah, you know, he's probably going to do that because he's going to have 7 play points left, so I can see him just doing 4 damage to the board and then, like, Surefire Bullet, the Floral Fencer that'll be left standing. So, yeah, I could totally see that. Ooh, also an Angelic Barrage does it, too. So, yeah, Alex can get rid of the board in 2 ways. Yeah, so he's just gonna opt to do 5 damage to the board. So that'll eliminate everything. It looks like he is now at spell chain 11. So we're not far away from seeing D-Shift come down. But he doesn't have a lot of cards to dig himself deeper, except he does have that Merlin. So next turn he could draw, or he could add a Fate's Hand to his hand. So, and get some draw power back. This is going to be really nice. He only has 1, so Jose is probably going to feel really good about going into an Albert. Holy moly, Albert becomes a 4/6 and can evolve for 3 and can hit Alex for 8. That's really nice. Okay, so that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to evolve the Albert, swing at Alex twice for 8 damage, putting him down to 5. So, yeah, I mean, he's not far away now. I mean, especially, I mean, Jose can get to, if Jose can get to like a novice trooper and a quick blader, I mean, that's game right there. And he's not very far, because you see he has another gem staff, so he could search an Avant Blader, evolve the Avant Blader, and search exactly those 2 cards. So he's really not far away from doing that. Yeah, because I think next turn he was at 8 this turn, so that means next turn he'll be at 9. You play 3 for the gem staff, and then you have 6 play points when you only need 5 to evolve the Avant Blader, and then you could just drop the Quick Blader right then and there for 2 damage. So, yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty good. Alex draws into his Penguin Wizard, kind of a little bit too late, and there's not a whole. I mean, I guess I was gonna say there's not a whole lot you'd want to pitch in his hand, but I guess you don't really need that surefire bullet, so maybe not. You also could use the Merlin to add like a Trail of Light, but the problem is that you absolutely must deal with the Albert. So if Alex is at 8 play points here, he needs to probably use 4 of them for execution. Oh, sorry, that's my alarm. He probably needs to use 4 of them. I mean, he doesn't have to use execution to deal with the Albert, but if he plays Merlin, then he probably has to search another Rhyme Wind, unless he plays another. Or not another Rhyme Wind. We figured out that was Witch Bolt. He could search Rhyme Wind right here and put Albert on the top of Jose's deck. I mean, which I don't even know if you necessarily even want to do that, because then you still got to deal with the Albert and he'll just kill you. So he adds a Witch Bolt. Okay. He might play a 3rd Merlin evolved. I mean, there's not a in a D shift. You don't have as much of a Evo deck clog as other Runecraft decks. So I could see him playing the other Merlin evolved, and it looks like he does. Okay, so he's going to evolve here, and he's going to copy Sorcery Cache. Okay. Okay, so he's looking at the top 4 here. He adds Fire Chain, gets rid of the Trail of Light. Okay, and he has 3 play points left. So he's attacking into the Albert. Jose thinks it dies for some reason because he thought he was using Witch Bolt. Oh, that's right. He didn't draw off Witch Bolt earlier, but that's because you have to have an Evo up right now. Okay, so so he uses a Fire Chain, not a Witch Bolt, to do the last of the damage, because Albert was a 4/6. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay, all right. Jose draws into a Maid Leader. So let's see what he ends up doing. I think you get into the Avant Blader right now. I think you absolutely get into it right now. Gem Staff into Avant Blader. No, put that Maid Leader down. I think you definitely go Gem Staff Commander right here. Search Avant, evolve it, and then search cards that will end the game, like Quick Blader and Novice Trooper. Though I guess it's always like wishful thinking in this matchup, because you assume that they're going to have removal, but Jose's thinking pretty hard here. It looks like he has a Amelia, a Latham, and that dead Floral Fencer, Leonidas, Gemstaff, and Maid Leader. He's moving that Gemstaff commander. So I think that's what you got to do, because you can't. If you think about Maid Leader, is that you're searching something that can evolve, but then she would have evolved to do that, so you burn the evolve. Okay, so he does play the Gemstaff commander. I'm very happy to see that. Okay, let's see what he gets into. What is he gonna add? I'm really like, you know, sword or adds so much. There's so many decisions to make that I'm always like really intrigued. What is he adding? Oh, he's gonna add Gunner Maid Saria. That's right. So we like playing this card because it searches Aurelia and Otahime, and it looks like he's going to. Okay, so it looks like he's actually going to play or add the Pompous Princess, which especially with Banner up, even better with Leonidas Resolve. It's a really neat combo. It's really easy to hit a 1 off of this, so hopefully he doesn't whiff here, but it looks like he does get at least a Bell Ringer. So yeah, I'm sure he was rather hoping for a what's that card called? Quick Blader, duh, obviously. I'm sure he was hoping for that, but you know, I'm sure, I mean, that Bell Ringer's Bell Ringer. So okay, so Alex draws here. Draws into a Fate's Hand. That's really nice for him. So he can kind of start getting more cards in his hand that he actually wants to see. I mean, he has some decent removal here. He no longer has any board wipes, though. So those cards are going to be a little sticky to the board. And he's also not in D-shift range. So I don't know. Okay, so he does Fate's Hand. Draws 2 cards, draws it to another Execution and another Witch Bolt. So he plays 3 Witch Bolt. Wow. And 2 Execution. I mean, the 2 Execution makes sense because you can't copy it in the cemetery. So he's thinking here. I don't know. I mean, I'm not even like trying to figure out how he deals with this. I mean, like, I guess he could double Witch Bolt stuff. He looks like he's gonna play the Penguin. I don't know, man. You're at 5. You're at 5. He's going to play that Penguin. All right, well, that Penguin's coming in. It's doing something. Maybe he wants to put the Penguin up because he wants to use the Witch Bolt and evolve, you know, evolve the Penguin so that way the Witch Bolt does a little bit more. So he's going to use Penguin effect. I imagine you pitch, okay, yeah, Execution, right? Draws into a Sorcery Cache. Okay, now he is in D-shift territory, but he does not have the play points for it. So he does 3, uses a Witch Bolt without an evolution here, and then uses the last of his play points for a Surefire Bullet. Okay, so he's has 2 damage up that he cannot deal with. So Jose still doesn't have game here because he has a Maid Leader that can search Quick Blader, but that's pretty much it. And it's just him hoping. Yeah, so once you get to D-shift territory, it's just like you're praying that all goes well, but I don't know, man. I'm trying to think if there's anything else he can do. I don't think so. I mean, obviously there's more you can do, but like, I mean, he could Maid Leader to search. I don't think he doesn't play another Alexander, which is, I mean, it wouldn't have been game here anyway. If he did play it. Sorry, not Alexander. I'm thinking of Albert. Sorry. But if he searches Quick Blader here, I mean, he leaves Alex at 1. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know what that was. I'm watching this off of Twitch right now, so I think there was an ad that started. Okay, so it looks like he finally knows what he's going to do. Doesn't seem too confident in it, and it looks like he's going to drop the Leonidas just to put some pressure on, but it looks like he changes his mind about that last second. So he's going to use 3 play points to summon and evolve the Maid Leader. Let's see what he ends up searching. I imagine maybe just the Quick Blader here. He could search another Bell Ringer, actually, if he's, like, you know, a little concerned about damage. Yeah, he's going through his deck. You can see the way that he's going through his deck. He's, like, checking, like, is this evolved? Is this evolved? Is this evolved? No. I think he ends up grabbing. Yeah, there it is. The Quick Blader. For sure. I get it. Let's see. Okay, so he hits Alex for 2. He's going to summon the Quick Blader and probably hit Alex again. The problem is that you have no follow-up. You know, unfortunately, you have nothing else in your hand that leads you to game. So I think that, you know, personally, I would have probably 2 turns ago done Gem Staff into Avant Blader, evolving that to get into Novice Trooper and Quick Blader, just to, you know, have ways to lead the game, because you're not going to get Leonidas off, unfortunately, in this matchup. It's going to be really, really hard to do that. So another alarm, goodness. Okay, so he uses Penguin Wizard, discarding the other execution, because at this point it's dead. He needs to start going for game, because he really honestly can't. He's at 1. I know that the big clock set, or the big life keeper is at 5, but he really is at 1. He plays Craig. He's going to draw a card. He's going to discard. It looks like he drew a Fire Chain. I don't think you really need that right now. You have actually, he drew a Angelic Snipe actually to out the Bell Ringer, which is nice. Which the Bell Ringer was never a big problem. It's just, you know, if there was 2, maybe that would be a big problem. But oh, also Craig can just attack over it, so never mind. Okay, so now he's going to discard Angelic Snipe with Craig's ability, and at this point I think he's going to drop, yeah, he's going to drop the dog. He's going to drop the dog. He's going to activate the first dimension shift. So he's going to take 10. Yeah, it's 10. You're going to take 10, banish him face down. He's just picking his cards that... I mean, honestly, right now you can pick... I think you can pick any card because you've gone through all Merlins anyway. So he banishes 10, and he still has 10. So... Or now he has 11, technically. He's going to attack the Bell Ringer with the dog. Jose draws into a Maid Leader. And then he's going to take his next turn. He's got... looks like 10 damage on the board right now, which actually will end up being game because he does have another dimension shift. So he's going to do 10. Man, that's a big comeback. I mean, a 1 life point deficit for sure. Yeah, that's a really, really good comeback. So, because, I mean, I don't know what he's thinking about. Oh, he's got 11 damage. So you just... I guess Jose still has leftover play points, so I guess he's like considering like, well, if he does play cards like Execution, that I need to be a little cautious. So he's going to draw, he's going to discard a Dimension Shift. I don't know if he plays another Evolution, looks like he does. So he's going to play another Craig, draw, and then, oh, well, there you go. That'll seal the deal for sure. Even if he doesn't have another Execution now, I mean, that's... You know, that's kind of it, I think, right? Yeah, because then he would take at least 4 damage this turn, and then the next turn he would take 14. Oh, so it wouldn't have been. Yeah, so if Jose had an Execution, I guess he could have stayed in it somehow, but... So it's going to put him down to... Yeah, he just took 10. Yeah, he's taking 10, and then Alex just needs to show him the last D-shift, which Jose has to assume that it's already there if he already discarded one off Craig. So now he just needs to play the other one. Yeah, puts him down to 9. And there's the last D-shift where he'll just be attacking for game. So that's going to be it. Congratulations to Alex for a really, really nice comeback. D-shift still as strong as ever, you know. It still has its harder matchups like Ramp Dragon and Forte and whatnot. But what a great match! That was a really good one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully I can get you guys some more content just like this with some different crafts. I just like to bring you what ends up being at the top table by the end of the tournament. So that's all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.